Hi, welcome to this video, welcome to the vlog, welcome to my channel. I'm Zahra. This is kind of an unusual start. I'm actually recording this after having edited the whole thing because I kind of started like having a little bit of a monologue and conversation in the middle of the vlog towards the end, but it ended up taking most of the video up, and so my thumbnail and like just the way the video turned out is less like hee vloggy and more like conversation, also talking about like I read The Year of Magical Thinking by Joan Didion, so I was talking about that a little bit, and I didn't want it to come across as like, I don't know, I feel like it's a little bit disjointed, and I wanted to give that like little warning. I also wanted to point out that I realized when I was talking towards the end, at the end of the video, which if you watch that far, you'll see I keep saying honest, but the more I've thought about it, I think I mean vulnerable and open. I don't think it's necessarily a lie to keep things to yourself and not to express the way that you're feeling, and I didn't like the use of that word, but I also didn't want to record the whole thing over again. Yeah, I just wanted to put this little like caveat slash like disclaimer at the beginning because I was editing it, and then the more I watched it, I was like, something is unsaid here and I need to say it. And this is actually, I wanted to also mention that I took some inspiration from Anna, the podcast Wild Geese. There's one where she talks about fear, how like we don't do a lot of things, or we don't engage in a lot of things or create because we're afraid, and how we should push past that. So this is my attempt at doing that. So yeah, anyway, thank you for being here and thank you for watching.
I actually think that there was merit to this being a work of fiction.
I'll let you go, just need some time. At your own pace, you need to find your way.
Good morning. I am gonna welcome you to my vlog from my classroom because it's empty. I'm doing student conferences this week, but a little bit differently from what I used to do before. It's optional, so my students have the option to show up, which means that not many are, but I was so pleased because on Tuesday yesterday I had my students, I had one for my online students as well via Zoom, and 2 people showed up, and I was like, oh, that's so sweet. And then on Monday I did have a student show up, and then today I'm expecting about 2 students, but I don't know if they're gonna come or not, so we're just gonna sit and work together a little bit. This week has been super busy. It was like the biggest week for like my work stuff that I'm doing, the like secret work thing, which is literally just a personal thing. I feel like those influencers is like, I have this secret I've been keeping from you, and then it's like a collaboration with some brand. But this has nothing to do with YouTube or books or anything. It's literally just my personal life and work. But I'm gonna sit down. I have so much grading to catch up on, so the goal is anytime that my students aren't here, I'm grading. I want to finish one of my classes papers within the next couple days, and then I just grade the rest of them within the next week. So let's sit down and try doing this.
I'll let you go, just need some time. At your own pace, you need to find your way. I know now you'll never change your mind for something that matters to me. You do not know what I have in mind. I packed our bags, we'll be on our way. The night was long as I waited without a sign. 'Cause I know what matters to you. But what do you want? What's your biggest need?
Hey guys. I just took out my, why is this like so weird? I just took out my camera and I have this lying around because I'm reading and I'm 81% of the way through Heat of the Everflame. It's so weird. This is not real. I don't want to give spoilers. But like the number of times reading this book that I've out loud been like, no, is just crazy. I can't wait for this to be done. I'm 81% of the way through. I have like 140 something pages left. I'm not gonna spoil it for you. I finished grading, thank God, for one of my classes, but that means I'm like that much closer to getting through the grading process, like because I'm so tired. Today the weather was so beautiful. Mostly reading and relaxing because I spent all of yesterday grading. To like properly chat. I wanted to tell you guys about what I've been reading. I have a little haul to show you guys. I feel bad because I've been having like more hauls more often, but it's because good things have been happening. I can finally tell you about the work thing, which was that I was interviewing for a position and I got it. I'm so happy. Such a stressful process. Like I genuinely was having nightmares about like the interviews that were coming up and whatever because I was so stressed out. And I was hoping that I'd get it, and then I got the news yesterday, and then I got it in writing this morning. So I went to celebrate. I went out to brunch, and then I went to Barnes & Noble, and then I went to Lush finally, because I've been wanting to get some stuff from Lush for a while now, but their like free shipping is so high that I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna wait until I can go into a Lush store. So exciting. I used to go to Lush a lot like several years ago, and then I stopped going because I just started like getting different products for skincare, specifically masks and stuff. I started a new one, and then that's the one that I've been using for years now. But I was looking for like a mask because I feel like my skin's been I don't know, just not its best in its best era. So I wanted to try the Mask of Magnanimity again, which is the one I used to always get from Lush. So I got this, and then I got this lip scrub because I used to get lip scrubs from them all the time. It feels so good on your lips. This one, I've tried it before, and it's the bubblegum flavor. And then I got this Super Milk because ever since coming to, obviously you guys can't tell, but ever since coming to Texas, my hair has felt so like frizzy all the time, and I feel like I have such a hard time controlling it now compared to in Massachusetts. I think it might have something to do with the water, but I don't know. So I'm gonna try this out and see if it helps. It's like a leave-in conditioner with almond, coconut, and oat milk. Sounds delicious. Too bad I can't eat it. I do drink oat milk though in my matchas. I also got what I thought, it's like a bubble bar. I was feeling spunky, so I decided to get the candy cane bubble bar. I love taking baths. It's just so fun. But I usually don't have anything to put in them. I'll usually just like use my body wash, which I know is not necessarily smart, but I wanted to smell good, so I decided to get this. And then I got 2 bubble bath bombs. I got the snowflake one. Oh my gosh, guys, these smell so good. I used to get these all the time. I used to get Lush all the time, literally all the time. I got this one, smells so good. I wish I could like show you the smell or something somehow, but I can't, so I'm just gonna put that down. And then I also got this one, which I really like. It's called the Avo Bath. Oh my god, it smells good, but it smells like some, like the, what is it called, like the aftertaste, the after smell smells kind of like cereal. That's my little Lush haul. I've literally been wanting to go to Lush for like months now, and I just kept putting it off because I was just like, okay, we'll wait. And then now today I had an excuse because I was like, I'm gonna go celebrate. And then I got 2 books. I got from Barnes & Noble. Oh, and I also got a keychain, but I took it off already. Let me show you. This is the keychain. It says book club on it, and then it's a little bookstore with like books. I don't know if you can tell. Can you see? It's that cute. I got The Memory Police by Yoko Ogawa, and I've been wanting to read this for a while, especially because I heard that it's along the lines of like 1984 and stuff, and I've been so, yeah, it says it on the back. Ogawa's fable echoes the themes of George Orwell's 1984, Ray Bradbury's Fahrenheit 451, which I actually haven't read, and Gabriel Garcia Marquez's 100 Years of Solitude, which I also have not read, but it has a voice and power of its own. Yeah. I also got The Artist's Way because I've heard so incredibly much about this book, like so much. So let's hope that it's a good read. I don't know why it's so big. Like, why is it like this? Maybe that's the point. Okay, yeah, I got these. And then let me tell you really quickly a reading update, because I love giving reading updates in my vlogs. I finished Paradise Rot. My cat is pooping. Let's give her a minute. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, reading updates. I read Paradise Rot in like 1 sitting, basically. It was technically 2 sittings, but I read like 15% of it, and then last night I finished it because I was like, whoa, I just could not stop reading. I think I was up till like 2 a.m. reading. And then I started, right after that, I started The Year of Magical Thinking by Joan Didion, which I'm 24% of the way through, I think. I read like a few pages of The Safe Keep while I was waiting for my food, and I've been enjoying this one so far. I'm so happy that I finally picked this up. I'm listening to Lady Chatterley's Lover, which I'm almost finished about. Did not like it. I'm also listening to We Love You Bunny by Mona Awad, which I have thoughts about that one, but I'm gonna wait until I finish it because I think I'm like 54% of the way through. That's where we're at. Yeah, it's Saturday, so gonna see how far I can get into this and revel in the fact that the work thing is done. I was thinking about like ways to end this vlog. I realized that I really wanted to chat about something this week that I've been like thinking about more and more. I don't know, I just wanted to talk about things because I was thinking more and more about the fact that like I got this good news and then I shared it and then I'm trying to like brush past it, and I know why I do that, but I also at the same time wanted to talk about like the other side of it, is because I was just thinking about what I said. I was thinking about the vlog and what I'd shared, and then I was thinking about other things that I'd shared or not shared in some of my vlogs. And I did mention in a couple of my vlogs that like, oh, I'm like doing something for work. It's this work thing. But I feel like as I'm like navigating vlogging, right, and I like recognize that it's not as private video diaries, it's not as private a diary, right, as like if I was to write in my journal, and there's a reason for that. Like I like sharing my thoughts and my ideas and experiences. It's something that I really enjoy, and I think that's part of why I like teaching so much. But on the other hand, I think there's a line between complaining and being honest. And in service of like not complaining, I haven't been honest about, you know, how I've been feeling and things that have been happening. Something that, like, for example, happened in my last vlog that I just didn't mention because I didn't want to bring negativity into it, I guess, but it was weird because it was like, it was a real thing that happened and I kept wanting to share it, but in the end, I literally deleted like some words and even a video that I'd taken trying to like process in real time some of the grief that I was dealing with because I lost someone in my family like a couple weeks ago. I recently, like I literally just like in the last couple days, I finished reading The Year of Magical Thinking by Joan Didion. And coming off of reading that, as I've thought about like that entire book and how personal it is and how detailed it is and how honest it is, it just made me want to be more talkative in my videos, but not talkative because I do talk, but sometimes I've even like self-edited myself because I didn't want to, again, I didn't want to complain, I didn't want to talk about sad things, I didn't want to, you know, be honest about how I was feeling. And I want to take this good news as a way to kind of talk also about how I've been feeling, like, and on the off chance that someone else has felt this way too and sees me being like, oh my god, I got the job, because I know so many people, especially when it comes to work and stuff, like it's so hard finding a job, especially now. I'm trying to be honest. I'm trying to like, it's so weird because when you want to say certain things, like it's so much easier in your head. Like I was going through so many thoughts, having so many thoughts about like how I wanted to communicate what I'm trying to communicate now. And now that I've sat down in front of the camera, it's like hard for me to say it, but I just want to talk about like failure. I think that was the main thing that I kept thinking about because literally like the weeks leading up to my different interviews and things like that, like I had such an immense feeling of like I'm just consistently failing in a really like unproductive, demoralizing way. Like I've mentioned this in the past, but I'm trying to get published. I wrote a book. I've written a few books, but there was one book that I wrote as my thesis in my master's that I really loved, and I was thinking like this is something that I could potentially publish. And I've been querying since like March. I think I mentioned it in the video. I've been literally actively querying it for months, and overall it's just been no's. Like it's just been rejection after rejection after rejection. Then I tried to pivot and I tried to submit some of my short stories and poems, and rejection after rejection after rejection. And I kept reminding myself, because it's true, that like you don't get acceptances easily, like especially in the creative writing industry. Like it's not something that is easy, especially now. I want to and here's the thing, like I was hiding the shame of failure. Like I thought that, and I still sometimes do, where it's like I don't want to admit that I'm failing. I don't want to admit that I'm not getting where I wanted to get, because it doesn't feel good. Like I literally, writing has been my main identity for so long, for years, and to say out loud like I'm not, like it's not happening for me yet. It might never happen for me. I'm gonna still write, I'm still gonna try, but acknowledging that just doesn't feel good. But I don't think it's productive not to, which was the method that I was like going by. Like that was the way I was doing it. And the thing is, it's applying to so many things. Like there's been a number of like video essay ideas I've had where I just wanted to like have a conversation about like a book I read, and that fear of failure, that fear of looking stupid or not making sense, or it becoming obvious to everybody who watches, which isn't that many people, but it is a good number of people. Like it still blows my mind. I have like over 200 subscribers. It blows my mind. Like when I think about that number, I'm just like, that is insane. Like that is a lot of people. And so like I don't know, like I'm so afraid of being misunderstood. I'm so afraid of being seen as stupid. I literally I'm so afraid of being seen as a failure. I brush past when I do something good, like when I accomplish something, and I focus so much on like the things that I failed at the reality of life is that you're gonna fail more than you're gonna succeed. Like, and I've felt that over and over and over again. I genuinely was crashing out before I got the news that I got the job, because even after I did the interviews, I was like, I don't know if I got it. Like, I don't know if I did well. Like, literally just talking down on myself and being like, oh, whatever. And it's so funny because before I got my bachelor's, I kept hitting myself in the head. Not literally, metaphorically, but I kept hitting myself in the head and being like, you're such a failure, you haven't been able to get your bachelor's, everybody else has their bachelor's, because I fell behind. I changed my major a couple times. Personal life stuff, literally like actual things in my life and my family life, led to me not hitting those markers as quickly as my peers. I was like, oh my God, you haven't done that. And then I did it, and then I was like, okay, on to the next. And then same with my master's. I literally remember when I was applying to get into an MFA program, I genuinely was like freaking out because I didn't think I had a chance at getting it. I literally was like, I'm never gonna be able to do it. I need to figure out what I'm gonna do if I don't get into a program. Like, what am I gonna do with my life? Oh my gosh, I can't do it, whatever. And then I got in, and I was just like, yay, I got in for like 2 days. And then afterwards I was like, oh, on to the next. I need to write a book. I wrote the book. Now I need to publish it. Like, there's never been a point in time, or there's rarely been a point in time where I've sat down and been like, I've done a lot, you know? And I feel bad because I'm talking about myself so much, but I feel like it applies to all of us, is that there's so many things that we've done in our lives, accomplishments that we have accomplished, that we just brush past and don't even acknowledge or give ourselves credit for, that I just think that it's so unproductive to live like that. So I don't know where I'm going necessarily with this. I just know that I felt called to like say it, just put it out there. Like, you're gonna fail more than you succeed. That doesn't make you a failure. And I'm saying this right now just because like I'm on the high of getting this job. Like, that's what's so crazy, is like I'll talk to my friends sometimes and we'll have conversations because we'll have highs and lows at different times. And something that I tell my friends a lot, that I don't know why I don't take my own advice, is that just because you are where you are now doesn't mean you're always going to be where you are. Like, and I know it sounds like fake deep, but I always bring this example because, you know, my friends will talk about relationships, you know, getting a job, we'll talk about getting our degree, we'll talk about, you know, all the like points in time, all the accomplishments that we put so much weight on and like we take so seriously. And like, I didn't realize how true it was, but like I would tell them, I'd be like, just because you're single now doesn't mean you're going to be single forever. And just because you're struggling to get your degree now doesn't mean you're going to be struggling to get your degree forever. And it goes for like good things too. It was actually interesting, something that in the Year of Magical Thinking Joan Didion was talking about was this idea that her husband would say something along the lines of, it all evens out in the end. And she always thought of it as, whatever good happens, bad will happen too, or like bad will always come for you. I'm not explaining it very well, but it was this idea that like it really does all even out in the end, you know? There's no person, even if they seem like it, especially with social media and stuff, that has everything. Even if it seems like it's just not real. So just wanted to talk about that. I hope I made sense. I don't know, maybe it's me also quantifying or qualifying my good news with quote unquote bad news, or like, you know, negativity or whatever, tempering that. But I think like I view it in my own personal life of like, anytime I'm in a really, really low place, it's harder when you're in a low place, but I try to remind myself of like all the good that's happened, that I've accomplished, that I've experienced. And at the same time, when good things happen, I try to kind of temper myself and remind myself of like, you know, bad things have happened too. It's all about the mix of things, the blend of them. I'm mostly saying this because I just felt called to share. I just kept thinking, I had actually recorded like an ending to it, but I wasn't really satisfied, ending to the vlog, but I wasn't really satisfied with what I said because I didn't, you know, there were things on my mind throughout this week that I wanted to say, and I was self-erasing and I was editing it out, and I just wanted to like say that. I just wanted to say this. I hope wherever you are, you're experiencing good. And if you are feeling low, if you're feeling like your museum of failures is very big, that's because everybody's is. People just don't admit that they're failing more often than they're not. Good will always come to you too. I'm choosing to take what her husband said / what she shared in her book as it all evens out in the end. So if you're in a really low place, know that good is coming. And we won't think about the opposite of that. Real, but it's hard to like accept. Anyways, thank you so much for listening to me up. Thank you for watching this. I'm gonna try to be more honest. Not that I've been lying, but just more open with what I've been thinking, because I really want to share. I want to talk about it, and I think that it's useful. Every time I watch a video where someone's talking about, you know, anything that they have like deep thoughts about because of the experiences in their life, like I find it so useful. It's just nice to see other people's humanity. It's another thing that I picked up from Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep? But anyway, thanks for watching. Thank you for being here, and I hope to see you in another video very soon. Goodbye.